Yep, the intro's back. Oh! Same hold. Oh! Freaking joker. Oh, you hit it. Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh, and today we're going to be talking about the easy button to rimfire accuracy. Now, I've been shooting on the CZ457 platform for years, and the very first formula I found that I was really successful with was the 457 MTR and a Lilja Barrel and a Timney trigger. Now, we have that exact setup here, but today we're doing it a little bit different because I got a brand new Lilja Barrel in. I just took it out of the wrapper. I threw it in here. I didn't even take the time to properly set the headspace. I randomly threw one of the shims in because this is a barrel that you shim for headspace. So hopefully we're close because we're going to go straight out. I'm going to put like 3 or 4 rounds off camera just to get this close enough to be on paper to show you guys groups. And we're going to be shooting a bunch of ammunition. So we're going to shoot some RWS rifle match, Eley match, Eley 10X, Eley Club, Eley semi-auto Benchrest, even the worst ammunition I probably ever shot as far as expensive ammunition, Eley Ultra. Now this is the first release, the one that they can because it did so bad, not the Gen 2 that's just now hitting the markets. Eley Team, Standard Plus, and some other kinds of ammunition. Whatever I can find out here, I will put it up on the screen. I'm going to go through these groups really quickly outside because it's super hot and my downrange camera is probably not going to survive, but I will basically edit it so that we get through this super quick. But if you look in the upper left hand part of the screen, I will be displaying the ammunition that we're using to shoot these groups. My God. It's Jason Bourne. That was freaking good, dude. And guys, this is a random barrel. We're gonna do 10. I'm gonna do a 10-shot group. Random barrel. This isn't a hand select. And, you know, as I've said over years, I really think that this is, you know, the easy button. That this combination, you know, CZ, whether it's the MTR or not, I prefer this stock for bench shooting because it comes with the plastic pillars, but decent trigger. And this Timney is turned way up compared to my other gun, twice the pull weight. So, but it's just a good known combination for getting an accurate gun. All right, let's do 10 more. That was it. Still very respectable. We do have a little bit of wind, so most of that is windage. You know, it's not perfect elevation, but that first 5, I mean, whew, that's a low 2. There's only 10 in this box, so we're just going to load 10. Okay, not as good. Not bad though. Let's finish this row out. Do another 5-shot group. That was a 0.3. Oh boy, that's what we know about Eley Ultra right there. Oh my God. Yeah, and that's why they took that ammunition off the shelf, never to be seen again. Let's go to semi-auto Benchrest precision. Can actually see the target clearly now. Okay, a little bit of flyer. Still not bad. Let me shoot 5 more. Oh boy. I mean, it appears to be this easy. It doesn't always work out like this, but man, this thing is just shooting. We're gonna do 5 more. I'm not gonna use up another target. I'm gonna go to the bottom left corner of the target we just shot at. So you're gonna see it about midway up the target on the left side. A little bit of wind picking up. Pretty dang good though. That first one you can see no wind. Wind picked up, everything shifted right, but they're basically in one freaking hole. Let's finish out the Eley with Eley Club. Now we're getting into a totally different lubrication type. Very budget ammo from Eley. Whoa, flyer. Oh, you see that fly? Okay, so how high am I there? I'm about just under 4/10. God, I miss doing that. So much fun. That one went in the same hole. We had one flyer. That one would have went in the same hole as the other one too. On another flyer. Yeah. So not great. Okay. Good practice ammo. Did have a couple of flyers, so not perfect. Let's go to SK Standard Plus and see what it'll do. It is a little bit tight on the bolt. If I was going to shoot this a lot, I would open it up another 1/1000th on the shim. Trying to get this in the same wind. Not bad. Still pretty decent. Again, we're only giving these 5 foulers. Same hole. Just out of it. This is just exactly like the ciders. Yeah. Still really freaking good. That's going to be in the 2s. Well, 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 it did not disappoint, at least not for me, and you guys may have a different criteria, but basically for shooting random ammunition, this thing did really, really well. I think it was averaging well into the 2s, and especially if you take out some of the really not so great stuff, like I think the Eley Ultra, the Club wasn't that great, maybe one of the SKs wasn't that great, but I think when you take those out, the obvious ammo that it didn't like to shoot, this thing was in the deep 2s. And for just slapping a pre-fit on, and I know that, you know, these aren't as available as they once were, but they are like releasing them. So they're running batches of them, and you're able to just get this. I really think that this is the easy button because we're not doing anything crazy. This isn't a custom setup. You know, it's a pre-fit barrel, widely available Timney trigger, which is kind of my trigger of choice for these. Arca rail, an MTR stock, you know, it's a very basic combo, and you can build up to this very easily. But every time I've repeated this, and I've done this with 3 or 4 Lilja barrels, this is not my first, every time I have this kind of success. Now, this is probably one of the better 1-26s right out of the rip. I haven't really tested it, like lot tested it to see what it's gonna do, but based on its performance today with a random ammunition, I'd say this thing's gonna shoot extremely well. So we're gonna dig this out again. I'm gonna run my other really good ammo through it. I'm gonna find whatever it shoots the best of. We'll come back for a second video, and we're gonna shoot like 5 or 6 groups at 50, then we'll run the KYL at 50, we'll shoot some groups at 100 yards, we haven't done that in a while, and then we'll run this thing out to 150 yards on steel, and we'll see how it groups and how it performs, and basically can this thing compare to some of my custom Remington 700s on the wall there. And yeah, because this thing just works. I truly think that this is the easy button for rimfire success without spending a ton of money. Now, it doesn't have to be the MTR. It could be whatever stock. I like the MTR because it has pillars. It has little plastic pillars in it. You could take whatever, a varmint stock. You could put your own pillars in it. All this stuff is pretty inexpensive. Add a Lilja Barrel, whatever flavor of scope you have on there. You could shoot the factory trigger too. Now, I prefer these Timneys because they're a flat trigger shoot. That's just my preference, but you don't have to have that. You could very easily just run this with the factory trigger, get a Yo-Dave trigger spring kit, and they're very good for what they are. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you watching. Catch you on the next one.